Morning everyone. Day 6 on the Cleveland Way. I've just had a 20-minute walk out of Burniston where I stayed last night back to the Cleveland Way. A nice little warm-up just through the village and just along a dead-end country lane, so no traffic. It's just coming up to 8 o'clock. Saturday. Should have been home by now, but due to Captain Shinsplint, I'm half a day behind schedule. But that's not a bad thing, because I am getting to enjoy this beautiful Saturday morning. Just have a little look around. Just behind me there is the North Sea. And in the distance there, just up there, Scarborough. And that's my first check-in point today. I think it's about 2 miles, maybe 2.5 miles. And I've got around 10 miles to do today. So I made a decision to get up, get going, and yeah, I just want to get done now. I feel with that sort of distance left, it's in the bag, and I want to go home. It's simple as that. I've been away since Monday, and it's family and friends and Facebook family and friends and social media family and friends who have kept me going. But at home I have a wife and a son who I haven't seen since bright and early Monday morning. I want to go home, I want to see them. So we're going to get this day done. 8 o'clock on the Cleveland Way. I can hear it, you might be able to hear it. I can hear the roaring sea coming into Scarborough. Can you hear that? So it looks like we joined the Cleveland Way here, and it looks like I've got another set of those awful steps to go down. But I'm painkillered up this morning, industrial strength painkillers, and we're going to get this last day well and truly out the way. So before I push on though, guys, I do want to say a couple of massive thank you very muches. Mandy at 22 Coastal Road, who was my Airbnb host last night. You are an absolute legend, and the accommodation that you provided for me last night was more than 5-star, and for the money that you charge, you should double your prices, you really should. Also, all of the staff at the Oak Wheel Inn, which was right opposite almost where I stayed. Amazing staff, super friendly, super efficient. The food and wine and company was amazing. And again, what you charge compared to what I paid last night in Whitby, just, again guys, keep doing what you're doing, because you will have people coming back for more. You'll have people lapping it up if you keep doing that. So Mandy at 22 Coastal Road and all of the staff at the Oak Wheel Inn, both in Burniston. If you do come down and do the Cleveland Way, come off at Burniston, Cook's Nest or Crook's Nest. It'll take you about 20 minutes to walk into Burniston. You can check Mandy out on Airbnb, and you can also check out the Oak Wheel Inn as well. So there's my thank yous for the morning, and it's time to get going. So I will see you all somewhere between where I am now. We're going down there. You can see there's the waymark. So I'll see you all somewhere between where I am and Scarborough, guys. Have a fantastic Saturday, and I'm guessing some of you are still in bed. distance, guys, you can see Scarborough, and at 12 o'clock, Scarborough Castle. So, here we go. We're on our way to Scarborough, guys. The final leg of the Cleveland Way. I've just passed the National Trust official way marker post, which said 3 miles to Scarborough. So I'm guessing it should take me about an hour to get to Scarborough. I'm really excited now. In fact, I'm not going to lie, I'm buzzing a little bit, because this stretch so far along the Cleveland Way is just nothing short of idyllic. There was quite heavy rain last night, which has made the trail a little bit spongy, but it's still firm underfoot. And every now and again, the trail passes through a little area of overgrown grass and reeds and stuff. And they gently tickle your legs and leave a little residue of morning dew on your skin. It feels quite invigorating, to be honest. Like a little splash of water on your legs. And as I have been for the whole trip so far since Monday, I'm in shorts. Why wouldn't you be on a day like today? But I've gone for a complete change of kit today. I've been washing out and drying my Carrymore cargos, and they've got to the point now where they're starting to get a little bit crusty. Sounds horrendous, doesn't it? So I'm in a Trespass lightweight cargo short today. In fact, it's a combo. It's got zip off legs, so I can put the legs back on if I need to. But at the moment, sun's out, legs out. Just have a little look around, guys. Over there at 12 o'clock, that's the general direction of Ravenscar. That's where I came from yesterday. There's the trail, gently going uphill, across the fields. In that direction, just down in the valley, is Burniston, which is where I stayed last night. But we're climbing up this little gradient now. My legs are starting to get moving. My swollen ankle and swollen foot is starting to wake up. It might be the industrial strength painkillers, or it might just be the fact that it's moving again, doing what it was designed to do. Maybe, just maybe, with a glimmer of hope, Captain Shinsplint, bless his cotton socks, knows that he's been defeated. Because there is no way now, guys, I'm stopping until I get to Filey Brig. So you, Captain Shinsplint, and your nasty behaviour on day 2 can well and truly do one, because you've thrown a lot at me this week, trying to break me. I've been in so much pain this week, it's unbelievable. There's some massive farmstead over there. Have a little look. Look at the size of that. That's production and a half, isn't it, of arable crop? And once again, guys, let me just leave you with that. 12 o'clock, Scarborough Castle. Between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, you can see the pavilions and villas of Scarborough seafront. And then up in the distance there, again at 12 o'clock, looks like a radio station perched high on the hill. So we go through Scarborough and we push on round the corner to Filey Brig. I'm hoping to get to Scarborough by about 9:30, and 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. I'm hoping to get to Filey Brig no later than 12:30, and then I'll start my journey back via train and bus, or I might even just jump in a taxi and say take me back to Helmsley, please, as quick as you can. So guys, let me leave you with this beautiful view across the grasses and reeds and self-seeding plants, and the sun shimmering like silver. It's almost liquid off the North Sea. How about that for a Saturday morning, guys? I'll see you all in a little while. Hello you lot, look at you, you are all just gorgeous. Nothing puts a smile on your face like a sheep looking curiously at you as if to say, what are you doing? Yeah, you two, right in the middle, what are you doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to Filey Brig, and it's that way, and there is Scarborough. Come on. So guys, just arrived in Scarborough. Isn't that spectacular? Look at the force of nature. This is Scarborough North Bay. That's a sea life centre. Since when have sea animals or sea creatures belonged in white and blue pyramids? I'm so against places like that unless they are in the name of protection and conservation, not entertainment. I'm sorry guys, but that sucks. That is where fish and animals that live in the sea belong. Up in the distance there you can see Scarborough Castle. And I've been warned about this long, laborious stretch along the seafront on concrete. So I'm going to push on past the coloured beach huts that I can see just up ahead of me. And let's get through Scarborough, let's get on our way to Filey. Let me just leave you once again. Mother Nature. Isn't that amazing?
under the sun.
Morning guys, and welcome to and hello from Scarborough. I've just come away from the Scarborough seafront, or promenade, depending on where you stand in society, and I've just come up through one of the sort of the rock gardens just to try and break up the monotony of the walk along Scarborough seafront. It was quite nostalgic though, if I'm to be honest with you. It's not even lunchtime yet already there's candy floss and toffee apples and donuts on the go. I witnessed some mid-morning drinking as well. Very typical in this country, especially when you're on holiday. But we'll soon be leaving the seafront and joining the Cleveland Way again. Morning. And let me just show you where I am. So I've come off the promenade. I'm just following this little footpath that goes through sort of like a wall garden or rock garden. It's okay. I had to do something. I was going a bit crazy, to be honest. You join Scarborough at the North Harbour or North Bay, and it seems to be about 1.5 miles or 2 miles of just walking on concrete and tarmac. And it sounds crazy, but it's all flat, and that doesn't do me any favours at all. I like the undulation. And with a shin splint, I also like some climbing as well, because it stretches the leg out. But I think it's fair to say that when we get to the very end of the Scarborough seafront, which I think is what they call South Bay, we're going to start heading back up onto the hills again, which will be nice. Oh, there's loads of stinging nettles through here. Wish they hadn't come through here now. Anyway, onwards and upwards, my friends. So, yeah, the Cleveland Way as it passes through Scarborough, very different to the rest of the hike. And I think I've heard other people say who have done it that it is possibly the worst part of the route. And I kind of get where they're coming from. It did remind me of my childhood though, holidaying at the seaside, not in the northeast of England, but the southeast and the south coast. Donkey rides on the beach. I used to love a donkey ride on the beach, and the donkeys were already out this morning, lined up, named and dressed up, ready to serve another generation of wannabe horse riders and pony owners, I guess. So at least we've got a bit of variety going through here. Morning. But I'm looking forward to getting back on the trail. So I think I'm going to wind it up just here, guys, and just leave you with a little view over my shoulder of the North Sea. How about that? So let's push on, let's get ourselves back on the Cleveland Way trail, where I feel more comfortable and more at home, and I'll catch up with you all somewhere along the way. Monday go. Oh, Happy weekend, by the way. Have a good one. Hi guys, just over my shoulder, just over my right shoulder, my whistle shoulder, you can see Scarborough. So we're through the delights of Scarborough. Donkeys, donuts, open top tour buses, mid-morning drinking, hot dogs, hamburgers already on the go, polystyrene cartons of chips, and that smell of salt and vinegar. But we've left that behind now because we are back on the trail, we're back on the Cleveland Way, and what a place to stop and just show you. Behind me there is the North Sea. It's rolling in today, but we're back on the trail. Morning guys. And I am delighted to announce that I have just passed a National Trust official way marker, which has told me that I've got 7.5 miles to go until I arrive at Filey Brig. That's good news. It's really good news. How are we doing guys, you all right? There's, in the nicest possible way, there's a different clientele, shall we say, along this stretch of the Cleveland Way. Up until arriving in Scarborough, the walkers seemed correctly prepared or dressed for the occasion. You could spot the serious hikers, long distance solo backpackers or day packers, you could spot them a mile off. Yet on this section of the Cleveland Way, there seems to be a lot of football kits and Adidas trainer combos. And I'm guessing it's people holidaying in Scarborough that just decide to take a little walk out along the trail. Maybe I'm being cynical, I don't know, excuse me, and I apologise if I am, but maybe some of them don't even know that they're walking along a historical long distance footpath which runs from Helmsley to Filey, 109 miles. It's challenged the best of long distance hikers. So I don't really think a football kit and Adidas trainer combo is the right attire, but maybe they're not going as far as I am. Maybe they have no intention of walking all the way back to Helmsley in the opposite direction to which I came. So we're going to push on guys. I've taken another one industrial strength painkiller because I really want to get a good pace going, and I think the two that I took this morning is starting to reduce the swelling on my shin and on my foot. I can feel my left shoe loosening a little bit, and that would suggest that some of the fluid is probably starting to disperse, which is good. So I'll be happy with a 3 mile an hour pace today, but if I can do 4, it means I've got this in the bag in less than 2 hours. And 2 hours in time span means absolutely nothing compared to the hours of walking that I've done since Monday morning. So I'm going to be pushing on at a good pace. Hello you, how are we doing, you alright? Loads of dog walkers out this morning. Just seen a lovely old dog plodding along called Smudge. I got chatting to the owner and I was talking to him about when we were at school. He was a little bit older than me. I'm 51, I'm guessing he was probably early to mid 60s. But of the same era and generation where you would have nicknames. My nickname at school, and I still don't know the reason why, but my nickname at school was Morph, the little plasticine model man that Tony Hart used to make. Do you remember him? He used to, like, I don't know, maybe that's where it came from. He used to metamorph into different shapes, and he used to become a plasticine ball and bounce into an old tin, and then he would bounce out of the tin and become plasticine morph again. But anyway, the point I'm making and where I'm going with this is that my nickname at school was Morph. And one of the lads that I used to hang around with, a chap called Stuart, his surname was Smith. And I don't know where it comes from, but quite often Smiths are called Smudge or Smudger. So he was always known as Smudge or Smudger Smith. But of course kids don't have nicknames anymore because it's not politically correct, is it? The teachers put a stop to that sort of character building behaviour where you're not allowed to call a kid Ginge because he's got ginger hair. You're not allowed to call him Smudge because he's got a common surname like Smith. You're not allowed to call him Brownie Nose because he's called Brownie or he's the teacher's pet. And that's a bit of a shame, to be honest. We've got another dog walker coming down here as well. It's good to see so many people out. How are we doing, you alright? Good. So, I'm going to sign off, guys, but I'm going to leave you with that. How'd you like those apples? That, my friends, is 7 miles away from Filey. That's where I've come from. Dog walker. This is the trail that I like. Twisty, turny, gently undulating. Damp grass brushing against your feet, cooling your lower ankles and legs. And that is where we're going, my friends. That way is Filey Brig, and it's about 7 miles away now. Soon I'll be able to see sight of it. So, enjoy. I'll catch up with you all in a little while somewhere nearer Filey. Monday you go. Guys, you might not be able to see, but down there in the shallow water, just equidistant between Scarborough and Filey, you can see seals off the east coast. I'll hold as still as I possibly can so that you can focus, but when you actually stand here and look down into the shallow waters off the coast, you spot one and then you spot another and another and another. They're basking on the rocks as well. What an amazing experience, and I wasn't expecting that so close to the finish of the Cleveland Way. What an amazing sight. Good afternoon, guys. It is about 12:30 and I haven't really recorded as much content today as I was expecting to, because I've just spent the last 2 miles or so hiking with a lady called Judith, who's also heading for Filey, and I was telling her my reasons for walking the Cleveland Way, and I was explaining about the changes I'd made, and we were talking about our respective wives and husbands and children and stuff, and we got chit-chatting about all sorts of things. So I've decided to jump back on, because just ahead of me, up the hill from here, we're going to catch our first glimpse of Filey. And to say I'm feeling good is a slight understatement. Let's just get through these people. How are we doing, guys? You all right? Having a good day?
Yeah.
Wicked, isn't it? Yeah, amazing. So let's just get to the top of this hill. But before we do, let me just show you behind there. Look at that behind me, the North Sea, the coastal path of the Cleveland Way. And if I just go maybe another few meters up here into this little patch, you can see the buildings and the houses of Filey, which means I'm probably now no more than about 1.5 miles away until I've finished my solo hike along the Cleveland Way. I'm buzzing, guys, absolutely buzzing. It's been such an amazing experience, and this last day, look at that sky. There's no filters today, guys. That is just Mother Nature. Look at that. Is that not just the most beautiful colour? Just look at the fields behind me and that candy floss cloud again. I've spoken to and walked with and said good morning and hello to dozens and dozens of people today. Everyone is so friendly along this stretch. Morning, guys. How are we doing?
Brilliant.
Wicked. I feel like I've made so many friends that if I ever bumped into them again, I would know who they were, I would know their names, we would trade catch-up stories from our experiences along the Cleveland Way. Further back the trail, I saw seals swimming in the shallow waters, and the cubs or pups basking on the rocks. This is truly incredible. Just let me swing around again. Just behind me, over both shoulders, you can see Filey. I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to feel a little bit emotional. I don't know why. I've just been out walking for 5.5 days. What's the big deal? I'm starting to feel a massive sense of achievement and accomplishment of what I just know is going to be a life-changing experience. So I'm going to leave you all with that beautiful blue sky. Just look at that, my friends. Is that not the money shot? So I'm going to push on the last half mile or mile down into Filey, and I'll catch up with you all when I get to Filey Brick. So take care, my friends. Make sure you have the very, very best weekend you can. I'll speak to you soon. Watch you guys. If there was one bit, just one tiny little bit of content or videography that I was looking forward to, it was this. I have about 20 meters to go until I finish the entire length of the Cleveland Way. There we go, guys. See that behind me there? That is officially the end of the Cleveland Way. There we go. Wow, what an experience. So, I'm a little bit lost for words, to be honest. But I think we can safely say that the Cleveland Way, 109 miles from Helmsley to Filey in 5.5 days, is well and truly in the bag.